But this is a wild way to kick this one off. Molly, number 3 in the world, and Sally, number 16 in the world. Molly's the reigning world champ, and Sally's one of the longest serving members of the championship tour. And you can get some world-class waves as we look at officially the first scoring ride of this restarted heat. There's a snap off the top from Sally Fitzgibbons and controls the combination of turns. Now Molly Picklum on her opener, up and out for the world champ. And she'll try to stay deepest up the point, just 23 years of age. Molly in her world title defense, hoping to go back-to-back this season, few seasons. Sally stalling off the tail. She'll hop out.
In that same conversation, with the growth of women's surfing.
Paddling into this one, we'll have Sally just chasing waves under priority. I have a feeling she's looking for air sections after Carissa got the score in the last heat. That one's going to shut down. But now Molly's got a better looking wave. Bigger wall, lays the rail down. Starting to drive down the line and looking for some whitewater crumble to project against. Beautiful snap from Molly. And the world champ lights up that one off the top for a nice solid finish. Molly Picklum's best wave so far.
She liked it. I love the end result of the body language. It just tells the story of the entire wave. And that kind of stuff is just so fun to look at. Was thinking about it too much and missed her opportunity. While Molly out the back, nice opening gouge, but cut it short to get back up into the power zone of this wave. Trying to transfer some speed, just trying to fit in another maneuver. But the finishing turn right here, to me, was critical. It had a nice bowl on it. She pushed the tail out the back. So
for Sally Fitzgibbons, setting this one up, the 35-year-old from the south coast of New South Wales, lays down a nice tracking open face cutback. Floats the whitewater. She's got her rhythm, and she will drive into the pocket. Sets up the carve. And she's got a little low road inside corner that potentially could grow and give her a little slap on the inside. Look how shallow it is. Keeps her rails nice.
Checked in. It was really cool.
Oh, that's epic. What'd you see on this one?
I saw some aggression. I mean, that power hack on the face right there, that was deep rail gouge right there. So the rest of the wave, she got a couple more turns in, but there wasn't a lot of consequence in the rest of this wave, so it didn't really lead me to believe that there was much more scoring opportunity. She did try to, she got a little closeout turn here, but it was so shallow right there over the rocks. So she might have added a little bit, but, I feel like Sally needs to find those heavy sections and try to put that board vertically into the lip, and she's a little bit lateral with the sweeping surfing that she's doing. The first turn she did, though, was really deep gouge. That was a lot of power and engagement on the rail back into the power pocket, which was cool.
Scores coming in for last of 18 minutes to go. Molly does look interested in this wave. And she's setting up a nice wall there. Nice easy pace to get that little top turn out of the way. Now she's just rushing a ton of whitewater, but she's got enough speed to come around the corner here. Gets the first arc under the crumble and will put it up a bit better on that finish. Didn't have that obvious little target off the top. She had to chase a bit, but you could tell her board's perfect. She's got all the speed she can ever desire out of it. And to spice up a whitewater end section, that says something where you're just in rhythm to try to spice it up for the panel upstairs.
Do it for yourself too, right? You're just trying to get something out of a wave that when you were taking off, you're thinking, okay, this is a score. That little bit of onshore breeze right there, though, it's blowing the lip line over, and I think these first waves are really hard if you're going to have a long running wall to execute any kind of open face or vertical maneuvers on. So you're kind of maybe even looking for the second wave, something with a less of a long line on it, less of a more of a shoulder, and be able to have a wave that's got a smoother face. But she did well on that last section, but I don't know if this wave is going to be, it'll go into her top two, but I think it'll be replaced.
and just really enjoys defending her world title this year. Here's Sally, smaller wave, and she'll throw down an arc and step off. So
look at that wave. Second wave of the set, just nice and smooth.
this might be the best wave Sally's looked at in the matchup so far. She's driving with some speed, chunky section in front of her. She'll be patient. And now sets up a little top turn slice. Nice transition and speed, and she belts it with the drift on that finishing move. Well done for Sal.
That was really cool. I like that.
Let's take another look. Sally took a small wave before this and still had priority to get this gem.
Yeah, this thing was winding down the point from, outside for 100 yards before she took off on it. So, there was opportunity. The wave was holding back for her just enough for her to hit it. And that closeout turn was technical, with throwing the tail like that.
Molly will decide to make a move here. Driving into her first. Beautiful car, Picklum. Greases it well. Second turn, she gets stuck. She will ride out of it. Ends up still surviving the closeout section. But a little bit of disruption of flow on the second move.
Wave had a nice smooth face on it. So it was the second wave of a set and really looked like it had.
Really close. And then to Molly's wave.
Super clean wave, and a great job. Beautiful arc to begin with, to put her back right where she needed to be. But the turn was a little high on the top of the lip and kind of slowed her down so that she kind of lost pace for the wave.
Fitzgibbons will take the next opportunity. Riding the TNC surfboard, she will still hunt, gathering more speed right in front of Molly. There's that tail high reverse we were expecting, but can't quite spin it around. So they're so prepared for this. Molly will just use priority to try to get more than a 4 here. She's going to ramp up, frontside grab, extending that punt. Couldn't find the landing gear. But talk about height. That definitely would have been the air of the season if she could have pulled that off.
Damage done right here.
Sally now taking off on her 8th wave of the heat so far. Starts with a slice in the pocket. Wall's looking pretty fun. Just a quick tag. And going for that little tail waft again. You could almost see her trying to find a place to put that maneuver. A little over a minute. Sally's going to fish around on the inside. Can she find an air section here? We know she's looking for it. Still hunting, waiting for it now. She'll just throw the tail off the top and end up incomplete.
She had such it was a wave of substance. It had a great wall.
Molly Picklum will pick up her final wave of the matchup and lay down some tracks on the open face. Inside bowl's looking fun. Tags it off the whitewater coping. Another nice frontside snap and styles her way through. Meanwhile, Sally did find some space and just doesn't have a section to work with. It'll go 3 in a row. And as soon as she stood up, she had all the speed she wanted to lay down some just really fun turns on the open face here at Punta Roca.
Molly, congratulations. After that little hiccup at the beginning of the heat, how did you reset? Just think blank slate. It's all good. I got to go out there and perform.
Yeah, for sure. It was an interesting start. I was just competing and doing with what's in front of me. I looked up, no priority, so I was like, all right, I'll go. And then, whatever, what unfolded. And then it was definitely a moment where I was like, all right, this is where champions either reset and move on. And personally, I love those moments, It really shows my character to try and stand up and come back in one way and just wash that off. But, a whole new 35 minutes. I obviously paused the heat and then Sally and I just went for a little surf off and, obviously happy to have gotten through that.
Do you think that kind of mentality improved or even changed a little bit once you got the validation of being world champion last year?
Maybe, but to be honest, it's something I'm edging towards every day and something that that inspires me to just take the better ground and higher ground and just keep rising above any challenge. And that was a really testing moment for sure.
You got a very warm reception when you came into the development of this place, Surf City El Salvador. Obviously, the waves are the standouts, but just the people, the fans that have come here from other places. What's it been like to see the development of this area?
Oh, it's actually insane. I mean, Surf City in El Salvador, it's incredible. Every time we come back, there's new facilities and better restaurants and just more, you know. And you can see now, like, there's crowd that come around and way more surfers. And I mean, it's cool because there's so many waves around here to share. And yeah, it's always a good time. And this time of the year, like, it's not too hot, you know. I think last time when we were here, it felt way hotter. So it's a nice temperature. I love being in swimmers and in my bikinis and out there surfing for sure.
Congratulations. Keep doing your thing.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks to everyone who tuned in too and who woke up because that was a terrible time for us Aussies. So cheers, guys.
Thanks, Molly. Guys.